Welcome back to Lost for Words with Lori. It's fuck around and find out Friday, guys. It's late. I fell asleep. There was drama, and I was tired. So I took me a little nappy nap. And do I feel any better? A little bit. A little bit. So, yeah, once again, toxic cesspool world strikes again. Fuck around and find out. Seriously, man. You know, I have to be grateful. I mean, if it wasn't for the drama and the toxic cesspool world of what happens in YouTube and Twitter, I probably wouldn't have nearly as much content as I do. But boy, I'll tell you, things it's cyclical, you know. Things get quiet for a while and you're doing your thing and you're having a great time, and then somebody gets butthurt and all hell breaks loose, and they don't disappoint. They come back in droves to cause drama. And the observation that I made today was that, I don't need cable. I don't need to pay for cable, because if I'm looking for something entertaining to watch, there's an MTV reality show unfolding in YouTube world, and all I got to do is push play on a couple of those live streams, and you can see it unfold right in front of you. They need to pick an island and all go vote each other off, because they spend more time talking shit about each other, and it's pathetic and it's sad. So yeah, toxic cesspool world doesn't disappoint. I find it really crazy and ironic that I spend a great deal of time trying to be a better version of who I am, and I go to therapy, and I work 2 jobs, and I pay my bills, and I just try to make friends and stay in my lane and do what I do, and it's great, and for the most part it's lovely, and I enjoy it, and I just want to go on vacation with my friends and watch them do what they do and help support them, and basically do what we've been doing. And all of a sudden somebody gets a bee up their bonnet, and they decide to open their mouths and talk shit. And it's pathetic, and it's really sad. And that's what they did, and they didn't disappoint. So, I don't understand how, when you leave people alone and you establish a boundary, which is pretty much exactly what I've done and what we've been doing, my circle of friends on YouTube, is established a boundary that we're not going to fight battles for other people. And we told people, if you've got beef with somebody, go take it up with them. We don't want to hear about it. And made it pretty clear that, we don't want to do that thing. We're trying to just do our thing and be better people. And as soon as we established that boundary, everybody got upset. Oh, well, they don't like us, and they're too cool for us, and they got all butthurt about it. We're not too cool for anybody. We want friends. We want to be nice, good people. We just established the boundary that if you want to talk shit about other people and you want to, go to war, then go do it on your own time. I mean, again, the boundary was there. We've been transparent from day one. If you don't like me, or if I did you wrong, then come to me as an adult and let's resolve it like adults. I've done podcasts on these things, on accountability, on conflict resolution, on all of those things. Don't you fucking people understand what it means to be an adult? Don't you learn anything? Don't you want to grow and evolve? I just don't understand. But, we told them months ago, I don't want to do drama. We got caught up in all this shit last summer, and all it did was make people upset and angry, and it didn't do any good. And, in my personal life, I don't have time for that. I have to move on. I don't have time. I got more important things to do than get involved in other people's squabbles. I'm not anybody's attack dog. Yeah, I love my friends, and I want to be there to support them, but if they've got a problem with somebody, they don't need me to come to their defense. I don't need to go fight other people's wars and battles for them. And I made a suggestion to other people that they should do the same. They were stressing out about other people's drama all the time, and I said, your life might get a lot easier if you distance yourself from that drama. You're probably right. Well, I am right, because since December, I distanced myself from drama and my life got easier. Proof's in the pudding, folks, And again, it circles around. So people get upset because you don't want to play their game and you don't take sides and you don't talk shit. And then what I witnessed was an 8-hour live stream where a bunch of people sat around and trashed people that I care about. For what? Are they jealous? Are they mad? They're trying to take credit for other people's success? They're just hurt because we're not there, and they think that we're too good for them. We're not acting like we're too good for anybody. But we're not sitting around on somebody else's live stream trashing other people for 8 to 10 hours. Again, we're resolving our conflicts like adults. And we tried to resolve conflicts with a lot of these people and offered them phone numbers and said, if you want to talk it out, here's how you get a hold of us. And did they take any of us up on those offers? No. They still continue to sit around in other people's live streams and talk garbage and create drama. And again, it's like they all want to be MTV reality TV stars. I got more important things to do with my life than sit around on a social media platform and draw lines in the sand and establish, territories and alliances. I mean, what is this? A real life RPG game? Do you people not have families? Do you not have jobs or lives or things that are important to you other than who's stooping who and who's talking shit about who and whose lives are, I don't understand. What's the draw? What is so goddamn important that you need to spend 8 to 10 hours a day watching other people's videos and live streams on YouTube and taking notes so that you can drag them through the dirt and talk shit about them? You have no other joy or excitement in your life than that's what you need to do? I don't get it. I mean, fine. I mean, if you really want to, great. But how much happiness and joy is that bringing into your life? How is that making you a better human? How is that making you support other people to do better or grow or change or evolve? To me, it just seems like it's a bunch of backbiting, backstabbing bullshit. And honestly, and I've said it before, it's immature and it's childish, and it makes a bunch of people feel bad and look foolish. And honestly, I'm not about that. High school was 30 years ago. Kindergarten was even longer. And I have no desire to bury anybody or make anybody feel bad about themselves at the risk of doing it in public. If I got a problem with somebody, I try to handle it like an adult. I'm not perfect, but not a single one of those people acted like an adult there. It's just more drama. It's more drama and more jealousy. And at the end of the day, as I've been watching all of this unfold, it's like all these people on these social media platforms will support you and be your friend until you start doing better than them. And then they trash you and try to take credit for all your hard work. I hate to tell you this, people, but you get to be proud of the work you do. You don't get to sit around and applaud yourself and pat yourself on the back just because you support your friends. I've been supporting a lot of people from day one since I joined this community. And I haven't asked for a goddamn thing in return. I don't promote my stuff. I don't try to drop my links in other people's lives. I don't talk about me. And I sure as fuck don't give support expecting anything in return. And I sure as fuck don't hold other people hostage and go, well, look what I did for you 6 months ago, and expect a cookie for it. Especially when my bad behavior isn't being held accountable for. That's not friendship. That's looking to fucking gain something that you didn't deserve. And to me, that's despicable. It's clout chasing. It's goblining. It's bottom feeding. And I've done podcasts on that too. At what point are these people gonna fucking realize that this is dumb? It's ridiculous. You're living in fantasy land. You don't get to take credit for other people's work unless you do the hard work yourself. But I see a lot of people on other people's social media platforms and on YouTube and on Twitter, running around trying to scurry around and take credit for other people's work, and then get butthurt when they don't get recognized for shit that they didn't do. You know, I get it. You want to be a friend to people and you want to support them. And that's great. You watch their videos, you comment, you be a good friend to people. But friendship isn't about what you get in return. And a lot of these people seem to have missed that point. But it's drama. You know, somebody else mentioned that today. Drama sells. It does, but I'm not signing up for that. And some of these other people aren't either. You know, all they've been doing is working on their goals. They're running out there, they're grinding, they're making videos, they're editing them, they're dropping them. And it's real convenient that when they're doing really well, everybody wants to sit around and scoff at them. But you didn't do that hard work. It seems really unfair, and I see it happening across the circles. As soon as somebody has some personal beef or vendetta and other people don't gather to their side to support them, then they got to bury everybody associated with them. Again, it's Red Rover, send so-and-so over. Everybody's drawing lines in the sand. That's not how adults work. You're not allowed to be your own individual person and like who you like and support who you want without everybody getting butthurt. Well, you're friends with so-and-so. Yeah, but I'm not accountable for their behavior. I didn't make them do this. I didn't tell them to do that. That's on them. So if you got a problem with them, you go to them. That's not me. I didn't tell them to do anything. Well, yeah, but you're friends with them. Okay, but is guilt by association my fault? Is it my problem? I'm still supporting my friends to try to make them understand different perspectives and be better humans. They're going to make mistakes, but they apologize to the people who deserve the apology when they come to them like adults and discuss it like adults. But they don't sit up on other people's live streams and trash other people and talk shit about them. They just block and move on. But none of the rest of the people seem to want to do that. They can just talk shit, and everybody's supposed to just accept it. They can throw a lot of idle threats around where there's no consequences. Well, the consequences are this. If you're going to talk shit on a live stream, it gets recorded, and the rest of the world gets to see how jealous and stupid and childish you look. Do you really want that legacy? Do you want that out there for the whole world to see? That you can talk, oh, I spread love and light and I'm a good human and everybody who knows me knows I'm a good human. And then in the next breath, you're up there talking shit about people. It makes you look foolish. It makes you look like a hypocrite. What are you doing in your first world to be a better human? What are you doing to learn about yourself? What are you doing to evolve and grow and change and make the world a better place and leave it better than you found it? Talking shit about people that you supposedly are friends with or that you supported and grew their channel or helped them get where they are, you're not proving that. You're basically makes you look like you're just mad and jealous that you aren't there, that you're not as successful as they are. And I'm sorry, but that looks dumb. It looks really ridiculous and dumb. Fuck around and find out, you guys. I mean, come on. These people are grown adults. 30s, 40s, some of them are even in their 50s, acting like children on the fucking playground, in the sandbox, throwing insults and talking about people's looks and being jerks about things that have no business being on social media. You know, and I'm sorry, but if you put your personal life out on social media, it's no longer personal, it's public. So you can't sit there and cry and play victim and wrap yourself in this big blanket about, oh, poor me, when you put it out there in the first place. I'm sorry. But if you want to keep your stuff private, then that, you know, be private. Get a therapist. Talk to your friends in private. But don't make videos about it. Don't put it up on live streams, and don't make tweets and Facebook posts about your private business and then get upset when people make fun of you or don't believe you. It's social media. It's public domain information. I'm sorry if you don't have real friends. That's not my problem. You know, but if you can't trust those real friends to be there, or if you don't have therapy, or if you've got a miserable life and you want to complain about it on a public platform, you're going to reap what you sow. I'm sorry. That's just the way it goes. But you can't cry about it and then play victim. You laid all of your personal shit out there for everybody to hear. You can't take that back. And if you're not doing anything to make your personal life better, people are going to get tired of that. And they're not going to enable that bad behavior. I don't have time for that. I have my own life. I don't have time to fix everybody else and all of their problems. I don't give money to a bunch of people who beg for it on social media and then cry about losing money. If you don't want to give money to people, don't. But if you want to give money to people, don't expect it back and then cry about it 6 months later. Well, they've been stealing or begging for money for 6 months. Well, if you've been giving it to them, then that's you bad. But that doesn't give you the right to sit on somebody else's live stream for 8 hours and trash people. If you have a conflict with somebody, go fix it. But these people sit around in a mob because, you know, there's strength in numbers and victimize other people and then claim that they're good people. They're not bullies. Who does that? Who does that? It's one thing if you want to help somebody and be their friend, and you can try to be their friend. And I get it. People are emotional and they're angry and they're upset for being hurt. But, you know, you got to try to resolve your conflicts in private, and you got to reach out to people and do that shit. I didn't ask any of my friends to come to my aid and fight any of my wars. I handle that shit in-house. And I sure as fuck don't cry about it if it doesn't go my way. I own my part. And it doesn't seem like anybody else wants to own theirs. They want to keep playing the blame game. Well, it's so-and-so's fault. So-and-so's fault for what? For ignoring your bad behavior and moving on with their lives? How is that anybody's fault? What did you do to cause this? But nobody wants to accept any accountability. They just want to keep on doing all this garbage because they know there's no consequences. But they seem to think that they can tell other people what they're supposed to do. Well, until you pay anybody's bills, and until you're washing my clothes, and until you're doing, you know, until you live in my house, pay my bills, you don't tell me what to do. And I don't care how many people are in your little mob. What are you doing to make the world a better place? Sitting around trashing other people who just want to live their lives and do their thing, and you're just mad because you're not as successful as they are, again, doesn't make you a better human. It makes you petty and jealous. And I really am tired of it, and I wish it would stop. It's just more drama. Drama sells. Drama sells. It's damn high school, and I'm over it. I mean, what are these fools doing? And the really sad thing is I have been now on this platform for a year. And when we came into it, I was real excited. I thought it was cool. We were going to make new friends, yada, yada, yada. And then the drama started. And to be honest with you, it's the same drama that it was a year ago. Same people, too. Some of the same people still have their nose in the same bullshit and the same business. And it's going to be that way a year from now. They aren't changing. They're just changing people. It's just different people. Same game, same bullshit, same he said, she said, same drama. And for what? Why are we not out making ourselves better? Why are we not in therapy? Why are we not learning how to resolve conflicts? I've done more good with the people that I'm friends with in the last 4 or 5 months since Toby died, teaching these people how to establish boundaries, resolve conflicts, and what are they doing? They're succeeding. Why? Because I'm not sitting around teaching them to be angry and bitter and attack people, because that's what they used to do. They used to do exactly what's been going on, because they learned it from watching other people. You know how hard it is to unlearn bad behavior? And that's why, because nobody wants to do the hard work to unlearn their bad behavior. Well, I'm sorry, but if you don't want to unlearn your bad behavior, then you're going to continue to sit in your misery. You know, the hardest thing that anybody has to do is to take a hard look at themselves and try to figure out what's making their life miserable. You know, I lost everything when Toby died. And I've spent months in therapy with a therapist, with a licensed therapist, trying to figure out what coping mechanisms for the last 30 years that I had to unlearn that no longer serve me, and relearn new ones about grief and about all sorts of things that I didn't even know. And I have to start over. And if I can do that, some of these people who have miserable lives and don't know any better can stop what they're doing and get some fucking help and start looking inward and doing the hard work on themselves so they can stop trashing other people because of whatever their issue is. But nobody wants to do any hard work. They just want to sit around and blame everybody else for their problems and then get mad because other people are more successful from them. These people are working really hard to be better humans, to not think emotionally, to not jump down people's throats when they're insulted, and to think rationally, and to try to give people grace, and to try to learn about themselves in the process. And because of that, a whole group of people will sit on other people's lives and trash them for that, and try to take credit for their success. They haven't done anything. They haven't helped them. So who's the problem here? I'm done. I am so over it. I've distanced myself from that drama for a reason. And I don't understand why other people cannot pull their heads out of their asses and start acting like adults. Yeah, I get it. It's easier to let other people do the work and sit around and talk shit. It's much more satisfying to be involved in drama. But that's the thinking of children, immature people. Grow up. Start being accountable for your goddamn behavior. Stop trying to be shit you aren't. Stop playing the fantasy game of fucking internet, social media, toxic cesspool world, which is exactly what all of this is. I mean, at the end of the day, tomorrow, I'm going to wake up in my first world, do my laundry, do my chores, eat my breakfast, and go about my life, and none of this matters. But my friends who have a stake in this and who are interested in continuing to grow and learn, this matters to them. This is their life. This is what they want to do. And they're doing it with the best of intentions. And I'm going to support them. I'm going to continue to support them. You know, I don't condone all of this. I hate that they feel it's necessary to retaliate and have to prove that these people are assholes. It makes me upset. I wish they didn't have to do that. I wish they could just block them and move on like I've suggested that they continue to do. But, I mean, would you allow people to keep trashing your name over and over and over again when you've tried to just leave them alone for months? I understand why they do it. But it's ridiculous. They shouldn't have to. These people just need to grow up and leave them alone. You know, but it's the same people who sit on their high and mighty high horses and talk shit about them that probably sit around and try to convince other people that, you know, the sitting president is responsible for high gas prices, which is also bullshit. But again, you know, I'm not going to talk politics or religion on this channel. But it's ridiculous. Anybody will look for an excuse to blame somebody else for the reason that they're miserable. Get help, people. Do better. Do better. Nobody wants to be accountable. I'm over it. But yeah, fuck around and find out Friday. And now, and they threaten, oh, we're going to drop our own video and our own truth serum and yada, yada, yada. And everybody's worried about that because drama sells. And it does. And it does. And I'm going to take a sleeping pill. I'm going to go to bed. I don't have time. I don't have time to sit on YouTube for fucking 8 to 10 hours a day and troll other people's shit to make sure they aren't talking crap about me. I just don't care. If you don't like me, you don't have to. Don't be my friend. Oh, poor Lori, nobody likes me. I got friends. I got friends in my first world, people who cared deeply for me, people who would give the shirt off their back, give me money, give me whatever. I don't need their money. I work 2 jobs. But I have real friends. I have a real life. I have real people who care about me in my first world. I don't need social media to validate who I am. And I suggest that some of these people find that. Start loving who you are. Start doing your own thing. You don't need a mob of people to come fight your wars and battles for you to validate who you are as a person. My life is going to continue, and it's going to be successful because I choose it to be, by being a good human, by supporting people and being their friend and not looking for anything and not asking for anything in return. But for some reason, a lot of these social media toxic cesspool people have lost that lesson. They've not learned it. The only way you can be friends with somebody is for what you're going to get in return. That's not the way I operate. You want to be my friend, you're going to be my friend. I have boundaries, I'm transparent, and as long as you can respect my boundaries, we're going to get along just great. And I will respect yours, and I will support them 1,000%. And you can ask anybody who's close to me. Does Lori respect your boundaries? Yes, she does. Does she support you? Yes, she does. Did she ask for anything in return? No, sir. No, ma'am. No, she did not. I don't give a fuck. I'm not asking for anything in return. I don't want anything from my friends other than their friendship, their love and respect, and their loyalty. Because when I leave this planet, I just want people to remember that I was a good human. That's it. Nothing more. I don't want them to remember me for money, fame, fortune. None of that bullshit matters. You can't take it with you, people. So I don't understand what you're all fighting about. I don't understand why you're trashing other people. It doesn't make sense to me. Maybe you might want to explain it to me. What is it you're so goddamn mad about? And why can't you handle it with a simple conversation? Why do you got to get all your friends together and talk trash about people? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel like a big man or a big lady? Does it make you feel good about yourself to sit on somebody else's live stream and talk a whole bunch of shit about people? Does that make you feel better about yourself? Because it doesn't make me feel any better. I got problems with people, sure. But at least I go to them and say, hey, let's try and resolve it. You only get a couple of chances, but at the end of the day, when I'm done, I'm done. And I'll give you a good reason why you no longer have the right or respect to be my friend. And that's on you. You get to make good choices to fix your life and better yourself, and then we'll revisit it. But at the end of the day, I don't have to give you any energy, and you don't have to give me any energy. But I don't sit around and talk shit about people. You're done. End of story. That's how I'm choosing to be a better human. Grow up. Do better. I'm so disappointed in people that I thought I could like, people I felt that I had connections with, people who had similar experiences, people I thought I could help or that I could learn from and they could learn from me. I'm disappointed. I really thought that there were some good people out there, and they turned around and disappointed me with their behavior, with their actions, with their bullshit. And I thought I could trust them. And I can't trust them. I gave them every opportunity to prove to me that they could be better. And they turned around and trashed other people and showed me their true colors. And that's disappointing. It's really sad when the illusions drop and you realize that these people don't care about other people. They only care about themselves. And it sucks. But again, there's millions of people out there on this planet. And, you learn lessons. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters is the lesson. But, I'm over it. And I'm going to get over it just like I do everything else. Toxic cesspool land. These people, they fucked around, they found out, and they're going to continue to do it. But they're going to do it without me. I'm not playing. I don't play. I haven't played. I just wish people would learn and grow. But until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I've got some great stuff going on. I got a wedding coming up. I got some more travels. I got some concerts. I'm sure you'll hear about those here in the future. But until then, you guys, try to be good humans. Try to be kind to each other. Don't sit on other people's live streams and trash each other. It's fucking stupid. But wash your motherfucking hands. Love y'all.